Hello, everyone. We are back with another episode of the DCP Q&A discussion video series. We've already gone over the topics of what is the DCP, what are the benefits of participating in the DCP, and how to navigate the login process once you get into the DCP. So, Melinda, what's this week's topic?
Well, now that you've successfully gotten a username and password with RareX, it's time to fill out the consent forms so your data is maintained and managed according to your desires.
So, why are these forms that we need to get through so important?
Because what RareX is storing for us is medical data, there are different legal forms that must be consented to before moving on to entering your data. The first is a terms of use agreement. To answer this document online, you read the legal document and scroll to the bottom of the page and click the word accept. The next agreement is longer than the first and is titled the Informed Consent Agreement. The first question asks if someone will be reading this consent to you due to a visual impairment, or if you will be reading it to yourself. You select your answer and you then begin reading and scrolling to the bottom of each online page and clicking the button at the bottom of each page called I understand, until you get to the last page of the informed consent, where you will need to answer a few questions in the body of this form before you ultimately click the word called complete to finish the form.
Okay, can you define a little bit more about what kind of questions you're going to have to answer?
The first question asks what your role is as the person filling out the informed consent. In other words, you would answer if you are a patient, a caregiver, or if you are filling this form out to answer the questions about a loved one who is deceased. Please check all roles that apply here that may be applicable to you. The next two questions ask for a yes or no answer, asking if you are willing to have RareX contact you about additional surveys, studies, or clinical trials if they become available for LHON. The last are fields to type your first name, last name, and then type your first and last name together as your electronic signature. You can also click a checkbox if you would like your completed consent emailed to you as well. Then you click complete like we mentioned before.
Thanks for those clarifications. So what's next after that?
The next is a demographics page. And when you complete that, you come to the last legal questionnaire called data sharing. The most broad, de-identified data sharing is called general research. And that is what most of our LHON community chooses. The next page asks about our other data sources and medical records that you may or may not want to share. On this page, the most important two buttons to select yes to are the last two questions about patient community connections and including your data in summaries on the RareX DCP data dashboard. Please say yes to these two. The first will allow RareX to share just your name and email with me so that I know if you have registered, and as I reach out to the LHON community, I don't unnecessarily bother you when you've already participated. The second allows your de-identified data to be shared with other people's data with the LHON diagnosis to see what we have in common and what may be unique to LHON so that we may learn more about our rare disease as a community going forward. Then click the buttons complete and finish. And the required legal forms are done and you are ready to actually participate. Congratulations.
Well, that is a long process, but it is really, really important to get through. And it is really fantastic that RareX takes in consideration our privacy and consent, and they take it very seriously. So, what's next for next week's topic, Melinda?
We are finally in and have completed the administrative steps. Next week, we will discuss what data you can provide as an LHON community member and which questionnaires are really important to prioritize. As I shared before, if you would like some help registering or completing these forms, please reach out to me, Melinda Marsh, at melindalhon@yahoo.com, and I'd be happy to help you out. Also, the website to enter the DCP is lhon.rare-x.org.
Thank you so much for going over those little points. And remember, Melinda is here to help. So please contact her with any questions or if you need assistance in starting your enrollment into the DCP, because it is very, very important that you do participate as well as your family members in our medical registry. So until next time, see you soon. Bye.
Bye.